either I work from home, edit videos. If I don't edit videos, I do like some Lala Move jobs and road trips to Malaysia, hang out with friends, chill. But normally there is this hierarchy, like the old people will always say what? They will say continental cars are the best, then Japanese car is lousier. Then after that, Korean cars, then China car is the worst.
But now China car like I don't know.
Already,
Yeah. Alright, hi everyone, I am Zen, also known as the Toe Zane or Zento Films. Today I have here a friend of mine who loves cars.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Wesley and I'm currently 19 this year.
The current car that we'll be asking about, which is the Audi Q5. And just to take note, I'm not here to sell cars, I'm basically just to talk about them because I just love cars. Yeah, let's go.
It's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra.
Come, tell me more about yourself, maybe like the cars previously you owned and this car as well, the details of it.
Alright. Hi everyone, I'm Wesley. I'm currently 19 this year. I'm currently a student studying in a polytechnic. The previous cars that I've actually owned and went through are firstly the Volvo V40 T2R design. It's a very little hatchback. Secondly, it was the Lexus LS 460. And right now, this is my third car, and this is the 2010 Audi Q5. Okay, so about this car, nothing really special. It's an Audi, which is technically a Volkswagen. So in this car, we have the 2-liter Volkswagen EA888 engine. So it's what Audi calls it the TFSI. So that means it's an injected 4-cylinder turbo 2-liter engine. And I think other than that, it comes with the Quattro all-wheel drive system as well. And one of the special things about this Quattro all-wheel drive system is that it's one of the last few cars that with the old Quattro system, which is called the Torsen all-wheel drive, which is permanently on all the time.
Wow. So this car has been with you for how many months?
This car has been with me for around 5 months now.
So among like all the cars that you have driven or you could have chose, why did you choose to get this Q5?
Okay, so it was actually a very weird story lah. So during poly, in class I was feeling very bored. So as I love cars, every day I would scroll on to SG Car Mart, and apparently I found this car at a really affordable price, and this suits my budget. It's an Audi. It's something special, so why not? I'll just get it. On the same day, I went for a viewing of the car.
So you bought this car just by taking one look at it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So after class that day, I called the the fella, it was a direct owner that was selling this car. I went over to his house to view it, and afterwards, yeah, I arranged with my insurance company. Next few days, I collected the car already.
So how much is the insurance?
Oh, so so in Singapore, insurance can only be bought at a 1 year period. So you only can buy 1 year at a time. No, when I tried putting the car insurance under my name, I was charged. I was quoted around $9,000 to $12,000 a year for insurance, which is just ridiculous. Hence, I actually got it registered under my dad's name, and the insurance was actually approximately $3,000.
Oh my god.
Mm.
How much you paid for this car?
Okay, so this car costed me, with insurance, around $10,000 to $12,000. Yeah,
For left with 2
Le-
months?
left with around 6 months left.
Oh, when you bought it, it was
When
left
I
with
bought it,
six.
left with 6 months left.
So how does it perform on a daily, like space-wise, performance-wise?
Space-wise and all that. I personally feel that this SUV is pretty practical. I mean, it's an SUV after all, and it's very good, bringing my family and friends around, as well as sometimes when I need to go on a few video shoots or whatnot. The seats can just fold down, and I can put a couple of C stands in it as well.
How much is the engine? Like the CC?
Oh, it's a 2 liter, bro.
2 liter.
Yeah.
Then comparing it with your Lexus the previous time?
Oh, okay. So my Lexus, right, has a 4.6 liter engine. So yeah, it's definitely more than twice the size of the Lexus. But in terms of power wise, this car comes with a turbo, which means that if I'm not wrong, it's pushing around 210 horsepower and 300 Newton meters of torque. Compared to the Lexus, even though it's lesser, as the Lexus has around 380 horsepower, but in Singapore, 200 is more than enough for your everyday usage.
So I've seen that you have bring this on like far trips, like out of Singapore. Want to share with me some of them?
Yeah. I think 2 months ago, I've brought this car to Thailand on a road trip with a convoy, and I've actually went as far as Phuket and Koh Samui with it. And honestly, I think it's a very good experience, and I really pushed this car to its limits.
Speaking of push to the limits, when has this car gave you your limits?
What the question is that, bro? Okay, so this car, okay, given there is an Audi, it has lots of issues, and I think one of the problems is that it overheats really easily. There is something wrong with the oil cooler system, and I did not get it replaced or repaired, as it was just too expensive and not worthwhile. As this car has only I think at that time I only had 3 to 4 months left on the COE. So normally I would drive it, I would push it to around 130 kilometers per hour, and that's when the car would overheat, and afterwards I just need to slow down.
So throughout, because of this overheating issue, have you done anything? Have you tried to fix this problem, or what was the process like trying to overcome it?
I've tried changing to different engine oil brands. I've tried Shell Helix, Mobil 1, and a few different variants of Mobil 1 engine oil. It does help this issue a bit, but the car still overheats in the end. Afterwards, in Thailand, I actually tried pumping gasohol, which is a mixture of, if I'm not wrong, 80% petrol and 20% ethanol. And it actually cools down the car significantly. But only in Thailand the car runs fine. But once I go back to Malaysia and Singapore, the car overheats.
So okay, let's say in Singapore, how much do you spend on one full tank actually?
How much do I spend on a full tank?
Yeah.
So locally, normally when I buy petrol over here, the fuel tank from MT is around 85 liters, which is way more than what Google would tell you, which is I think 74 or something. Yeah. So 85 liters would cost me around 200 plus Sing dollars. And with that, I will be able to travel around 750 kilometers.
What's the furthest you have went without needing to pump?
Okay, so the furthest was actually from, I pumped once in Singapore, a full tank, and I went all the way up to Penang, Malaysia. And over there, I only had, I just hit the reserve tank. So I believe, right, I could continue over to Bukit Kayu Hitam, Changlun over there, just before the Thailand border. And yeah, this car has a very long range.
Okay, besides the engine oil, I remember you shared with me that there's this coolant issue. You want to talk about it?
This happened really recently, around like 2 weeks ago. I've tried driving this car over to Genting Highlands, Malaysia. And after that run, I noticed that coolant has been disappearing on this car like pretty rapidly. And previously, when I bought the car until now, it has never, like the coolant has never dropped until this trip. And ever since then, it has been losing approximately 1 liter of coolant every day, which is just absurd lah.
1 liter is like one bottle
One whole bottle of coolant every day.
every day.
Yeah.
So you have the car for left with 20 days, right?
Yeah.
So you got 20 bottles at the back.
Yeah, it's at home, but I have currently 3 bottles at the back, and I need to top up when necessary.
So the coolant affects the. It also comes in contrast with the overheating issue, right? Or it's a separate thing actually.
Not, it may be linked, but I don't think so. So about this coolant issue, I've brought it to the workshop and get it checked. So apparently what they told me is that there is currently an external leak, which means that all the hoses leading to the turbo boost, the coolant the water pump and the coolant tank are leaking. And with pressure, like when you're driving the car fast, you lose more coolant over time. And that's the cause of it. I've tried getting the car fixed, but after comparing the prices, and at the point of time, the car only has less than a month left, so it's not financially wise to do so. Hence, it's actually cheaper for me to top up coolant every day than to get it repaired.
So besides this, so engine oil issue and coolant issue, do you face any other issues with this?
Given that it's an Audi, yeah, it definitely has lots of issues here and there. A bit miscellaneous one lah. Sometimes the gearbox, the clutch plates wear out, the car would start to vibrate and shake. Other than that, engine mounting, electronics, sometimes the radio would just fail, would just go blank, and a bit small problems here and there, but the driving experience of an Audi actually makes you forget about all these problems.
The all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Do you regret buying this car?
Oh, that's a very tough question. Honestly, yeah, I think I regret buying this car. I could have went for something cheaper and more reliable, especially I paid a high price for this car. And I was convinced by the previous owner that this car had a high scrap value. But after I approached the scrap yards, I actually noticed that this car has a significantly lower scrap value compared to my Lexus. Yeah, which I'm getting less than $700
For scrapping this car?
for scrapping this car.
And you bought it for 12,000.
Yep.
Wow, that's like a huge drop, yeah.
Mm.
Do you feel like if you were to fix all the issues right now, right, you will spend more than what you have paid for this car?
If I were to fix every single issue in this car, I believe that this cost would go up to above $20,000. I would do it if the COE had maybe more than a year left, but when I bought it, this car only had around 6 months left, so it's not worth it.
I remember the day after you collected the car, you went to JB. Then you were stuck there.
Yeah.
Want to share what happened?
Okay, so yeah, that's why a pre-purchase inspection is very important. So I remember the day I collected the car, that a few hours later, I went straight into JB, to drive and all that. And I was going at a really slow speed, around 80 to 90. Suddenly the RPM just went up, the gearbox imploded. Yeah.
On the expressway?
On the expressway. And it was really bad. The car was on limp mode, and I could only go 20 kilometers per hour, and some of my gears were not working.
Wow.
Yeah, so thankfully, I managed to slowly drive 20 to 30 kilometers per hour all the way back home. And the next day, I brought it to the workshop, and thankfully, I'm not really sure what's wrong with it. Maybe it could be the mechatronic or whatnot, but it wasn't so severe. It was a software reset, and yeah, the car was good to go.
So will you tell people, like, because you bought this is direct seller,
Yes.
will you still recommend people from this experience? Do you always go through direct seller, like even your previous Lexus, or the previous Lexus you went through a dealership?
My past experiences, both has its pros and cons lah. I usually go for direct owner because you meet the owner directly, you get to know more about the car. If the owner doesn't lie to you lah, and also sometimes you will get a better price compared to the dealers, because when you approach dealers, they will normally hard sell you. They will often ask you to go for a private or higher loan with a higher interest. Also, there are cases, if not majority of the dealers in Singapore, they are not honest. They tend to cover up the issues on the car or whatnot. Then yeah. But I've also faced this dealer. If I'm not wrong, if you purchase cars, right, there is cover under this lemon law, which is within 6 months of owning the car. If there are any issues, you get it. The dealer has to like offer a fix on your car lah. But if they write something on the sales agreement that says that to waive themselves off from the lemon law, which means that you can't do anything to it, no? So when there is something wrong with the car, you are basically screwed.
It's like your own problem really lah.
Yeah.
So for you, you personally would still rather direct owner purchase. I remember when you first collected the car, right? Then as you progress on, right, you just see like some error code or what. Then I remember you were sharing that a lot of things were tweaked and modified to seem like it's okay, but it's not okay actually. Do you want to share about it?
Okay, so after the car first broke down, and I brought it to the mechanics, the workshop to check the car. So apparently there were like more than 10 error codes. So like engine, gateway, transmission unit, clutch slipping. So there are many error codes in the car, but they don't show up on the instrument cluster because it was all like hidden or cleared. And also I realized that the speedometer, the needles, they were buffered, such as the temperature gauge. The car was overheating, but the temperature gauge will always stay at 80. Yeah.
So it was made to stuck there.
Yeah, it was meant to start at 80. Would not go anything higher than that.
Well, now later the car overheat then explodes, yeah.
Yeah. Hence, I actually installed this Luffy meter, which you just plug into your OBD port, and I get to monitor my coolant temperature, oil temperature, as well as my gearbox temperature.
But overall, this car I think, is definitely impacted your life journey. Would you say that?
I wouldn't say that lah. It's an experience lor. You learn, you scrap the car, you get over it, you buy another car. Just don't make the same mistake again lah.
So now you know what to watch out for lah
Yeah,
when buying.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I don't know, how many inch the rim?
Oh my god, the rims. Another thing to talk about.
Okay.
This is not good. I mean, to be honest, it looks nice, but these rims are actually 20 inches in size. And it currently has a 255 in width and 45 in sidewall. And the problem about these rims, even though it looks nice, the previous owner has replaced it from the original rims, which is, if I'm not wrong, around 17 inches, and the width is only 205. So now with 205 over to 255 and a bigger rim size, it has impacted my turning radius. So now making a U-turn, right, is actually a headache. I need more than 3 lanes to make a U-turn, which is pretty ridiculous. And sometimes when you turn all the way to a full lock, you will scrape the insides of the side of the undercarriage.
So the problem with your turning radius is not because of the steering or anything, it's because of the wheels.
Because the rims are big, then you cannot turn as much already.
So this car is actually not meant to fit these rims, is it?
I believe so. At least not so wide lah.
3 lanes. I think if you gonna jam plus 2 lane U-turn.
Okay, a majority of the U-turns in Singapore, there's only 2 lanes, right? Where you U-turn, there are only 2 lanes. So normally I would not make a U-turn. I would just go one big route instead. And if I really had to make a U-turn and there's a car behind me, there is 100% chance that I'm getting horned. Because I think I've done that at least 10 times already. I cannot horn the last 10 times. Because I need to reverse and go again. And some people are not okay with me reversing lah, because they follow very close behind me.
So if you were to change the wheels, actually no problem, it's because of the wheels.
Yeah, definitely.
But overall, do you feel like this experience owning an Audi, and before that was your Lexus LS 460, right? At the age of 19, 18, how would you want to share this experience? Like, how do you feel going through this?
As a like really passionate car enthusiast, I feel that everything is a learning experience. Even though I've made some very bad financial decisions here and there, you just need to learn, and how to, learn from your mistakes, and re-strategize how to manage your finances properly and choosing the right car for the right budget.
Do you think owning a car in Singapore is worth it?
No, definitely not. I only bought it because I really love cars, and coincidentally at this period of time, I actually had a long holiday, which means that I'll be able to bring it to Thailand, Malaysia, and so on. If I were to drive in Singapore only, I wouldn't own a car. I think public transport is more than enough to commute around Singapore.
Before you had this car, you were riding a motorbike, right?
Oh yes, in between in between the Lexus, I actually own a motorbike as well.
How was it?
It was a very unique experience. I personally, to be very honest, I'm not a good motorbike rider. I'm quite actually on the road, and it feels pretty scary, but the convenience, being faster than public transport, and finding parking is way easier. There's definitely pros and cons in riding a bike lah.
Wow. So, will you get a bike after this?
Mm,
Or public transport still?
I think for my safety, I wouldn't ride anymore. I was riding a motorbike for around 5 months, and I think I told myself that's it. No more riding bikes
What was
already.
the experience that tell you, okay, you know what, don't want bike anymore?
I had friends who died, who passed on from motorbike crashes, and personally, I've witnessed quite a number of accidents on the road while I was riding a motorbike. Like I've seen cars running over bikes, just swerving onto it, and some bikes also sometimes they're at fault for being quite reckless. And honestly, it doesn't have the sense of security lah when you're riding a bike, because when anything goes wrong, your body you will get the impact first.
Yeah, not like car, you have like metal protecting you.
Yeah.
So now we go back to your car.
Okay.
In the whole 6 months of owning this, how many times have you bring it to the workshop?
Wow. Okay. Honestly, I lost count. I think at least 6-7 times.
6-7.
Yeah. Because there was once. There was also a brake issue. I didn't inform you. So apparently the front two pistons of the brake, they jam up.
Uh-huh.
So the car couldn't really move smoothly, and there was a really loud, high-pitched brake noise. And at one point of time, I had to go there. I actually serviced all 4 brakes lah for my safety, and get a reflush, and yeah.
I remember there was something you mentioned about some engine piston fake.
Oh, okay. So too many problems, man. Don't own an Audi. So there was this one time around a month back. I tried driving up to Thailand on the second time, and along the highway at Malacca, I think my cylinder 3 or what had a ignition coil issue. So apparently the engine warning light keeps blinking, and then the car just lost power along the way. So I had to slowly drove back to JB. No, actually I drove back to Singapore on limbo, which means that I have to drive around 80 to 90 kilometers per hour on the north-south highway, which is pretty dangerous. Whereas when there are like buses or lorries that are going way faster than that.
So usually how fast do that highway vehicles go?
I mean, the north-south highway, honestly speaking, right, even though the speed limit is at 110, sometimes you see public buses and lorries going 120 to 140, and yeah, that really feels very dangerous. Normally when I drive, right, I tend to keep to the speed limit, but when I see fast-moving vehicles like that, I would follow with the traffic flow.
Because I saw like those highway, they got speed camera one. So how do they catch you if you speed?
If I'm not wrong, it's a traditional speed camera. So it's like a pole, and once you go above 110, they will just flash. They just flash and you get the summon.
Okay.
But if I'm not wrong, they are rolling out this called AWAS system, which is called an average speed camera, which means that they'll recognize your number plate at the start. Maybe 100 kilometers later, they'll capture the number plate and they will calculate your average speed. So once you are higher than that, they will give you a summon as well.
So it makes speeding way harder lah.
Yeah.
Because of that. Okay.
But speeding is not worth it, guys. Don't speed, okay? your safety always comes first. Never speed. Always watch out for your safety and your family safety on the road.
Will you say that this car that you own is well fitted for Singapore road?
I think it's okay. Given the issues aside, there is definitely no issue driving in Singapore. Unless you push it hard and all that lah. But driving in Malaysia, going at high speed, 120, 120, 130 and so on, the car will start to have issues already.
What's the fastest you managed to go?
Okay, on the speedometer it says 200, 201, 200 something, but according to the Luffy, which shows the accurate speed, I think it's around 195.
195.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely not as fast as the LS 460.
Okay lah, but I mean, seeing that this has like overheating issues and stuff, I
Mm.
think 195 is quite impressive already.
Yeah.
So after you hit 195, did the car just tow?
The car overheated straight away lah. Like the engine was cold. It was like at around 80 degrees. I didn't floor it. I progressively made the car go faster to around 200, and then at 200 the car is already at 135 degrees oil temperature. So I had to let go and let the car cool down. Yeah. So it was only for like a few seconds that I was at that speed, and afterwards I only can drive at 110, 120.
If you were to just the whole car will literally die lah, basically.
I'm not sure. I believe the engine oil would not provide any protection given the temperature, and it might cause any damage to the pistons lah.
So if you were to go back in time before you purchase this Audi, in between your that Lexus and your NMAX,
NMAX, yeah.
would you still buy this if you already knew that this is gonna happen?
Initially, before I bought the car, I knew that there's going to be some issues here and there, but never this much lah. And if I could go back time, what I would do is that I would bring the car for a pre-purchase inspection, which they will check most of the issues with your car beforehand. That isn't 100% foolproof, but it will definitely help with some stuff lah. If I didn't get a pre-purchase inspection, I wouldn't buy the car.
Then why do you buy without the pre-purchase? Were you too excited? Then?
Yes, because I mean I went to, after school I went to check out the car on the same day. I actually inspected the car myself, but when I inspected the car and I collected the car, the condition was totally different. There were oil coming out from the gasket of the engine when I collected the car, but during the inspection I believe that was wiped off, so I couldn't notice anything wrong with it. Only bringing it to a mechanic, maybe they can check more about the car, including the OBD scanner and all that. Just don't own an Audi lah, especially a 2010 to 2012 one, or the B8s or the B8 Audi, don't buy.
Then if like that, will you say the newer Audis are better or also don't buy?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure they will fix the oil consumption issue. Yeah, I know that.
Okay, I think that's all. Thank you guys for watching. This is Wesley again. Very awesome thanks for joining and allowing me to interview you about your car. I think this car has been very nice, bro. If you only had the LS right now, then we interview you with the LS also. Well, that would be amazing. Well, I remember he brought me to what was it?
I think Mount Faber.
Yeah, bro, that car, like feel like you see roller coasters, yeah. The power and everything. Yeah. I mean, the road tax definitely is cheaper lah for this compared to the Lexus. Yeah, anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you. Hopefully I can find next car soon, so I can interview you again. Maybe I give you 1 year time.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll see you next time.
I'll see you in wherever the next video gonna be. Bye.
I don't think I don't think I've said that in the podcast. I forget to talk about engine oil, but it consumes every 100 ml over 1000 km. I think that's a lot lah.
That's a lot.
I mean, I'm not sure. Other cars don't consume engine oil at all. So when it's consuming, then I need to open this and then top up. This one. If you want to focus on the tank, it's over here. So you can do it like that. And can you see the level?
It's like half gone already.
Yeah. See, minimum is here, right? Minimum, maximum. And see, it's way under. So when you open coolant, just be very careful, especially when the engine is hot. When the engine is hot and you open the coolant, it might explode and it will cause serious permanent damage to your skin. Coolant water, when it's hot, is above 100 degrees. So normally what I would do is that if it's hot, I tend not to open it. But if I tend to open it, if I have to open it, I'll let the pressures exceed first. Once the pressure has gone up, the coolant shouldn't be shooting out. And yeah, now I can refill it at maximum.
Max.
Yeah, it's at max already. So I just put above. Take me to Marina Barrage.